All right, let's dive deep today.
Okay.
We're going to be taking a close look at MTAR Technologies.
All right.
This is an Indian company that's doing some seriously impressive work with precision engineering.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're involved in aerospace and clean energy,
Wow.
nuclear power,
Wow.
all sorts of things. And we've got some fresh insights straight from their Q2 FY25 earnings conference call.
Oh, cool.
MTAC.
Great.
So that's what we're going to be looking at today.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
It's fascinating how this company, MTR, is like positioning itself right at the heart of all these different sectors that are not only crucial for India's growth, but also like align with global mega trends. We're talking about the future of energy, space exploration, defense, like all the cool stuff.
Yeah, all the cool stuff, all areas with massive potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And hearing directly from their leadership gives us a glimpse into how they see the future. So first things first.
Let's talk about their overall business outlook.
Okay, sounds good.
MTAR is projecting a revenue target of 725 crores, which is about $88 million.
Okay.
For this fiscal year, FY25.
Okay.
So
that's a pretty significant target,
yeah,
especially considering, just the way that the global economy is right now.
It is.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, but what's even more interesting is their projection for FY26.
Okay.
They're saying 20% growth in revenue.
Wow.
Reaching around 860 crores or $105 million.
Okay.
And they're calling this a conservative estimate.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That suggests that they are very confident in their growth trajectory.
Yeah.
And they're banking on a mix of strategic projects across all their sectors to achieve this. But let's
break it down.
Let's break it down.
Let's look at the segments
and see what's fueling this optimism in each of their key business segments.
Yeah.
And we can start with clean energy. I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah, clean energy's hot right now.
Yeah, it is.
And MTAR is riding that wave, it seems.
They are.
Yeah.
They've already executed 192 crores worth of orders in the first half of FY25.
Wow.
And that's largely thanks to their partnership with Bloom Energy.
Oh, Bloom Energy.
Yeah. A major player in fuel cell technology.
Right.
So Bloom Energy is like a huge client for MTAR, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
They're supplying key components for Bloom's fuel cells.
Okay.
And it sounds like demand is booming because Bloom Energy initially projected that they needed 3,000 units this year.
Okay.
And they've already bumped that up to 4,000.
Wow.
And MTAR expects that number to climb even higher, which kind of shows you how quickly fuel cell technology is being adopted all over the world.
That's a great sign
for
them.
And what I think is really smart about MTAR is that they're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Right.
With Bloom.
Yeah, they're diversifying.
They're also partnering with other companies like Voith and Dritz. And there's this newcomer in the space called Barista.
Oh, interesting.
So they're tapping into multiple different companies within the clean energy space.
That's great. That's smart.
That diversification is really key.
Yeah.
Because it mitigates their risk and it allows them to tap into multiple revenue streams within this high growth sector.
Absolutely.
So now let's shift gears to space.
Okay.
Always a thrilling area.
Yeah.
MTAR is expecting to execute around 45 crores worth of orders from multinational aerospace companies in the second half of FY25.
So that's interesting, right? Because they're not solely focused on ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization. They're also working with like global multinational companies.
Exactly.
Shows that they're really tapping into that like burgeoning private space industry as well.
Yeah.
Smart move. Considering the investment that we're seeing all over the world in space exploration and satellite technology, it's a growing market for sure.
Yeah, they've got a solid order book of
Okay.
158 cores in the space sector.
Okay.
Split evenly between those MNCs and ISRO.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one detail that really caught my eye.
Okay.
They've secured a developmental order for combustors for a very specific type of engine called the scramjet engine.
A scramjet engine.
This is a big win for MTAR.
Yeah.
Scramjet technology is like the forefront of aerospace propulsion.
Wow.
It's crucial for hypersonic flight and even space access.
So they're involved in cutting-edge tech development?
They are.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, which, could have major implications for their future.
Absolutely.
In the space sector.
Yeah.
It's like they're positioning themselves at the edge of what's possible.
Right on the edge.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Okay, let's move on to another area where MTAR has a strong presence.
Okay.
the nuclear sector.
Okay, the nuclear sector.
In the nuclear sector, they're projecting 60 crores worth of orders for FY25.
Okay.
With an anticipated growth of 40 to 45% in FY26.
Wow, that's significant. That aligns perfectly with India's aggressive nuclear power expansion plans.
Makes sense.
As the country is aiming to increase its nuclear capacity to meet its growing energy needs and reduce reliance on those fossil fuels.
Yeah.
MTAR stands to benefit significantly from this.
For sure, yeah.
And it's not just about building new reactors.
Okay.
A lot of these orders are tied to refurbishing existing ones.
Gotcha.
And providing components for upcoming reactors in India.
Okay.
So they're involved in both maintaining the existing infrastructure and building the nuclear power plants of the future.
They're really covering all their bases.
They are.
That's smart.
So that's a key takeaway here. They're not just chasing those new projects. They're ensuring the longevity and the efficiency of the existing nuclear power infrastructure.
It's vital.
Which is, vital for India's energy security.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about defense.
Okay, defense.
MTAR has made it clear they want to grow their market share in this sector.
Okay.
They've already secured a substantial order for combustors, this time for a specific type of air-breathing engine used in defense applications.
Oh, cool.
So this order highlights their growing footprint in the defense sector.
Yeah.
Particularly in providing those critical engine components.
Interesting.
It also ties in with India's push for self-reliance in defense technology.
Right.
Reducing their dependence on those imports.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And they're not stopping there.
Okay.
They're actively pursuing additional orders for engine subsystems.
Oh, okay.
And aerostructures for other prominent defense programs.
Wow. So they're really going for it in defense.
They are.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they're also developing a product that completely replaces a specialized type of roller screw.
Okay.
That used to be imported from Sweden.
Oh, wow.
So they're basically saying, we can make this ourselves,
Sure.
and we can make it better.
Yeah.
So.
That's a perfect example of how they're, working with India's Make in India initiative.
Yeah.
Encouraging domestic manufacturing, reducing that reliance on foreign suppliers.
Exactly.
I mean, this is going to open doors for them in both defense and space, I imagine.
Yeah, because the roller screw has applications in both of those sectors.
Exactly.
And that's not even all.
Oh, there's more.
MTAR is making a bold move into the oil and gas sector.
Oil and gas.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I mean, considering all the talk about, clean energy and that global shift, It seems that, they're looking to diversify even further and tap into a market that, while it might be facing disruption, it still holds a lot of potential.
Yeah, they've already secured their first order from Weatherford, which is like a big player in the oil and gas industry.
Yeah, big player.
So while they don't expect substantial revenue from this sector until FY27, they're projecting annual orders worth $25 to $30 million.
Wow.
Once things get rolling.
That's substantial.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see, how they navigate this new terrain, especially as, the world's energy landscape keeps evolving.
Yeah.
Right? Will they focus on those traditional oil and gas technologies, or will they try and, contribute to the transition towards cleaner energy solutions within this industry? I mean, that's something to watch.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on.
Definitely.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about something that might not sound as exciting as, like, scramjet engines. But it is absolutely crucial for a company's financial health.
Okay.
We're going to talk about working capital efficiency.
Okay, working capital efficiency.
So working capital efficiency essentially means how well a company uses its short-term assets and liabilities to generate cash flow.
Okay.
And MTAR has a very clear goal.
Okay.
They want to progressively reduce their net working capital days over the next few years.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
A good goal.
Yeah, and they want to bring it down to 220 days by the end of FY25.
Yep.
They did see a slight increase in what they call receivable days in Q2.
Okay.
Because of a higher volume of dispatches.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem confident about collecting those receivables promptly.
That's good.
Yeah.
That suggests they have a good grasp on their cash flow management.
Yeah.
Which is essential.
Yeah.
Especially for a company that wants to grow like MTAR.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've seen MTAR's ambitious revenue projections, their strategic diversification across multiple high-growth sectors, and their focus on working capital efficiency.
It's impressive.
But what are those big picture trends that are driving this growth?
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in. That's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
MTAR's leadership has highlighted several tailwinds that are working in their favor.
Okay.
It's creating a unique opportunity for them to thrive.
Right.
And these tailwinds, they're not just shaping India's economic landscape, but also global trends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
this is...
it is. So first and foremost,
Okay.
there's a significant increase in government spending on defense and space exploration in India.
Okay.
This is a big boost for companies like MTAR that operate in these strategically important sectors.
Like the perfect storm.
It is.
For them. You know, the government's prioritizing these areas.
Mm-hmm.
And MTAR has the specialized expertise to deliver what they need.
Exactly. And this trend isn't just limited to India. Globally, there's a surge in investment in space exploration driven by both government agencies and private companies.
Okay.
So MTAR's engagement with those international clients really shows they're in a good position to capitalize on this global space race, so to speak.
It is a race, kind of.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone wants to get up there.
For sure.
And then you've got this clean energy wave sweeping the globe.
Yeah.
The urgency to address climate change is pushing governments and businesses to invest heavily in renewable energy sources and technologies like fuel cells.
Yeah, plays right into MTAR's strength.
It does.
Yeah.
So this global shift towards clean energy, this is a massive tailwind for MTAR.
It is.
It's not a temporary trend. It's like a fundamental transformation.
I agree.
In how we generate and consume energy.
100%.
As that demand for fuel cells continues to rise, MTAR's expertise in manufacturing those critical components will become even more valuable.
It will,
It's like they anticipated this shift, and they placed themselves right at the forefront of this, like, technological wave.
Smart.
And then let's not forget about India's own ambitious plans for nuclear power expansion.
Oh, right.
They're aiming to significantly increase their nuclear capacity, which means there's a greater need for components, maintenance, specialized expertise.
All areas where MTAR excels.
They do.
Yeah.
So, you know, this focus on nuclear energy also aligns with India's goals of energy independence.
Yeah.
Reducing their reliance on fossil fuels.
For sure.
So as the country invests heavily in nuclear power, companies like MTAR, with their deep knowledge and experience in the nuclear sector, are poised to play a key role.
They are.
So we've got government support for defense and space, a global push for clean energy, and India's own nuclear ambitions.
Powerful combination.
All these factors combined create this powerful force driving MTAR's growth.
It's a recipe for success.
It is.
It seems like.
But even with all these positive trends pushing them forward, it's important to acknowledge that no company operates in a vacuum.
True.
There are always challenges to overcome and risks to manage.
Right. And for MTAR, navigating the complexities of the sectors that they're in requires constant vigilance and adaptability.
Okay.
You know, one of the key challenges that they've acknowledged is expanding their management bandwidth as they grow rapidly.
Yeah.
And diversify into these new areas. Having a strong and experienced leadership team becomes even more crucial.
It's like they're building the plane.
It is.
While they're flying it.
Exactly.
You know, they need to make sure they have the right people at the helm to steer them through this period of rapid growth.
100%.
And they need leaders who can not only manage the day-to-day, but also anticipate future challenges. Make strategic decisions that ensure sustainable growth.
Huge. It's a lot of responsibility.
They've also mentioned bringing some of their outsourced operations like plasma coating in-house.
Oh, interesting.
It sounds like a move towards like greater control over their production processes. It's called vertical integration. And it gives them like more control over quality.
Makes sense.
Timelines, costs. Reduces their reliance on external suppliers.
Right, which can be critical in these industries with those super strict quality standards.
And those complex supply chains.
Exactly. But even with all of these strategic moves, there are still some inherent risks in these sectors that they operate in.
Right. For example, I'm thinking about the clean energy market. While it's experiencing rapid growth, it's heavily influenced by government policies and incentives. Which can change quickly and impact demand.
It's a real risk.
Policy uncertainty is a big risk in the clean energy sector. those government subsidies and regulations play a significant role in driving the adoption of these new clean energy technologies.
Right.
So any sudden changes could affect demand for their products.
Right. Particularly those related to Bloom Energy and their fuel cells.
Yeah, for sure.
And the space sector, as exciting and promising as it is also incredibly competitive.
Very competitive.
There are established players with decades of experience and deep pockets.
Tons of money.
And then there are those ambitious newcomers. Yeah.
Vying for a piece of the pie.
It's a hotbed of innovation.
Yeah.
Staying ahead of the curve requires constant investment in research and development, talent acquisition, and strategic partnerships.
They've got to be on their toes.
We do.
They've got to be agile, responsive to those evolving customer needs and technological advancement.
Exactly. It's a dynamic environment.
It is.
For sure.
And then there's the nuclear sector, which, while presenting a huge opportunity in India, comes with its own unique challenges.
It does, yeah. Regulatory hurdles, safety concerns, public perception.
Yeah.
These are all big challenges.
They are.
Navigating the nuclear industry requires strict adherence to safety and security protocols.
100%.
MTR needs to maintain the highest standards.
Yeah.
Operate transparently to gain and maintain public trust.
Yeah, which can be just as critical as technical expertise.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget about the defense sector, which is inherently linked to those geopolitical tensions and shifting priorities.
Right.
Funding and project timelines can be impacted by political events.
Absolutely.
Adds another layer of complexity.
It does.
To MTAR's operations in this area.
To succeed in the defense sector, you need to really understand the political landscape, strong relationships with stakeholders, and the ability to adapt to changing priorities. So MTAR is going to need to navigate these complexities really carefully to secure and maintain their position in the sector.
So even with the wind at their backs, MTAR's journey is not without its obstacles.
Right.
It's a reminder that in the business world, nothing is guaranteed.
Nothing's for sure.
It's all about managing risk, capitalizing on opportunities, and constantly evolving.
Yeah.
To stay ahead of the curve.
You've got to stay agile, I think, is the lesson here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that brings us back to their decision to enter the oil and gas sector.
Right. Oil and gas.
Seems counterintuitive.
It does, a little bit.
At first glance.
Yeah.
Why would you enter a sector that so many see
as being in decline?
That's
the $1 million question.
It is.
Maybe they see potential there.
Yeah.
Maybe they're thinking about providing services and technologies that can support the transition to cleaner energy solutions within the oil and gas industry.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Right.
Or maybe they're betting on the continued demand for traditional oil and gas technologies.
At least for now, while they build up their expertise in this new area.
Yeah, it's a calculated risk.
It is, absolutely. It highlights the complexity of their overall strategy. It's like they're playing multi-dimensional chess.
They are.
Trying to anticipate the future while still capitalizing on, what's in front of them.
Right. Yeah, and they're doing all of this while maintaining that focus on operational efficiency.
Yeah, they're not losing sight
of
the fundamentals.
No.
Gotta have good foundation.
They are constantly looking for ways to streamline their processes, improve their financial performance.
It's a good reminder that growth isn't just about chasing revenue.
Right.
It's about building a sustainable and resilient business.
Right.
One that can weather those storms.
Yeah.
That are inevitable.
They are. So as we've seen, MTAR's journey is fascinating.
It is.
It's a blend of ambition, calculated risk-taking, a keen understanding of the forces shaping the industries they operate in.
It's a good reminder that the business world is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And the companies that thrive are the ones that can adapt, innovate, anticipate the future.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
It is.
It's like they're playing this high-stakes game.
Yeah.
Betting on their ability to navigate all these complex and changing landscapes.
It's what makes analyzing a company like MTR so interesting.
Yeah.
It's not just about their financials or their projections.
Right.
It's about their vision, their strategies, the risks they're willing to take.
Right.
And their ability to adapt and innovate.
It's about looking beyond just the numbers.
Yeah.
And trying to grasp the big picture, those forces that are shaping these industries.
Totally.
How MTR is positioning itself within this crazy dynamic landscape.
Absolutely. And asking yourself those tough questions.
Yeah.
Do you believe they can actually pull this off?
Yeah.
Do you think they can handle the risks and take advantage of the opportunities?
These are the questions that anyone who's interested in these sectors should be asking themselves.
Absolutely.
You know, we've gone deep into MTR's business, their outlook, all the factors that are influencing their trajectory.
But this is just a snapshot in time.
It is.
MTR's story is still being written.
Right.
The decisions they make, the challenges they face, the opportunities they grab will determine their ultimate success.
It makes following their journey so exciting.
It does.
It's a reminder that in the business world,
nothing
is static.
Things are constantly changing.
It's all about adapting and evolving. And pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
So true. So as you follow MTAR and these industries that they're in, keep asking those tough questions. Challenge your assumptions.
Right.
And seek out different perspectives.
Yeah, because in a world overflowing with information, it's not just about what you know. It's about how you think. How you connect the dots.
Totally.
How you use that knowledge to navigate this complex world.
Could have said it better myself.
So we hope this deep dive has provided you with some valuable insights.
Yeah, sparked your curiosity.
To explore further. And on that note, we'll leave you with one final thought-provoking question.
Okay, fit me.
If MTAR succeeds in leveraging its expertise to contribute to a sustainable future, what kind of crazy, groundbreaking innovations might they create? And what impact could they have on the world?
That's a great question.
Let that simmer.
Let it simmer.
As you continue to explore MTAR Technologies.
Explore away.
Until next time.
Yes.
Keep diving deep.
Keep learning.
Keep seeking out those aha moments that make this journey so rewarding.
Couldn't agree more.